What's up, you guys? This is Rob from Plays, and today on the Daily Grind, we're going to be taking a look at the most recent hotfix that introduced the new Volt Proto armor, as well as some quality of life changes to his kit. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you, they're not massive, they're not major, they haven't completely changed the way that he plays, but they're definitely some nice tweaks, so let's go ahead and jump into those real fast. So, the biggest one that we can see right here is with Discharge. So, for those of you guys who weren't aware, the way that Discharge basically worked is you would turn enemies into Tesla coils, and the Tesla coils themselves would either deal damage to themselves or surrounding enemies. Now, of course, all of these Tesla coils have kind of like a health cap to them, so they could only be dealt a certain amount of damage in that time. Well, if there's a bunch of Tesla coils in the same area and they're all dealing damage to each other, you would hit that health cap very, very quickly. So what ends up happening is they actually introduced a minimum duration, so that at least, at the very least, you knew that you were going to be able to hold them in place for 4 seconds rather than having all of the Tesla coils go off at the same time and then, like, boom, they're free to come running at you. Which, as Volt, you know, you got the shields for all of the projectile weapons, but, you know, when you got enemies, like, rushing past those shields, not always the prettiest. So the minimum duration thing is absolutely fantastic when added onto that. Another thing that I did want to point out is they also increased the damage per second of it. So one of the things to note is it deals damage every tick. Every tick is every half a second. So you're actually gonna get a couple ticks. Like, I forgot what 750 divided in half. So you get those ticks every second. So that's the damage per second that comes through on that. So they've increased that. I'm like not going to do the math for you. Discharge can now be cast in air, which just makes him look even more Jesus-y than before. Okay, let's just say that. With Electric Shield, one of the things that they also did was they removed one of the energy factors to his shield. So I don't believe that it drains energy per second anymore, but what it does drain is drain energy per meter. So that's basically the same thing. They just knocked out one of the stats so that you didn't really have to worry about it. So basically, if you're holding your shield in place, like if you're holding it like in place, it's not going to drain away your energy anymore. The only time it's going to drain your energy is when you are moving, and that's pretty much it for the quality of life changes that came up with Volt. Nothing too major, as you can tell, but definitely made him a little bit less energy hungry and gave a little bit more consistency to his ultimate, which is always amazing. Now, we're going to talk about the Volt Proto skin. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you, the first time that I saw it, I was like, oh my god, okay, wait, do I need to put this on? I need to show you the default coloring on this, but I don't want to ruin any other colorings. Fuck it, we're just going to do it. So let me go ahead and show you the default coloration on this. I'm going to be honest with you, it absolutely kind of like hurt my soul. I was not a big fan of it. I was like, what is going on here? Like, everything looks a little too like crazy in your face. This does not look like any of the other Proto skins that we've seen in the past. The other Proto skins did look very like oldish. This seems kind of like an amalgamation of what's new and what's not. Let's take off that regalia just in case. But I'll be honest with you. There are certain gripes that I have with other factors of the skin, but after playing around with it, as you can see, I was actually very fond of the coloration of it. I was like, oh, like, as soon as you kind of color it up real good and kind of tweak it and make it look right, I'm actually kind of a fan of it. I know that some people are not gonna agree with that. However, personally, I think it's really cool. He's got all this shit stabbed into him. Like, why is he being stabbed so much from this side? And he's got a cool detail on his arm that's also a little stabby bit right there. Hold on. Let me pop out of this real fast to show you, because I think it looks really cool. I think it looks really cool. I think it looks really, really asymmetrical. He's got some very interesting details on him. I love this. I love this kind of like detail right there, and I love all of the energy pulsation that comes out of him. I'm a fan of this, and I'm gonna be honest with you, he looks kind of stalkery. I don't know if you guys caught that. Stalker makes lights flicker. Maybe it's something that happens with Volt, but legitimately, I think it's really cool. And one of the things that I really do like about this, and keep in mind, this might be a final look, but I'm not 100% sure. One of the things that I wanted to point out, it's a double metallic. Y'all know how I feel about I feel when DE like does double metallics. I'm like, ooh, we can kind of like offset. We can do something rosier. We can do something more like rose gold. Like I could have put some straight up rose gold on it, but I thought that it might be too much. I don't know. We'll have to see that for that. It's a little too much. You know what I mean? But because of the fact that you can kind of layer two different metals, I'm a sucker for that. I'm a sucker for that shit. And I'm very, very fond of it. So this one, I'm actually liking now after I'm done with the customization. I'm still going to play around with it, and I'll get you guys a dress to kill to go along with it. One of the gripes I do have, however, I don't like the Syandana. It's a little flimsy at certain parts. I don't get all of this. Like literally, if they just... So I like the back attachment. The back attachment looks fine, and I love that kind of like levitating piece that they've got going on over there and those energy effects. But I almost wish that they had like pulled it up, like started it maybe here and maybe come down from both sides with this little drapey bit. Because right now it just looks like kelp. It just literally looks like bouncy kelp that's got metal on it. If you had pulled it up a little bit higher, like just chopped off that bit, stuck one of these on that side, stuck one of those on that side, and kind of like merged them in the middle, I think it would have had a little bit of a better effect rather than just looking like kelp, like a kelpatail. Not super fun. I just realized he's got like glowing lights like pointing at his crotch. Pay attention. Look at this area. It's very electrifying. Shame on you, Volt. Shame, shame, shame. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the... What is the name of this skin anyway? This is the Diode hammer skin. I'm not super fond of this one either. It does... Like, here's the thing. I tried out its energy effects to kind of look at, you know, maybe they did something cool with the energy effects. Maybe they made it look like an electrical hammer was coming out of it or something. Doesn't really look like a hammer to me. Looks kind of like a badminton racket, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. So I'm not a 100% fan of this, really. But, you know, I'm going to give them credit where credit is due. I like the Volt. I like the Volt Prime. I mean, I like the Volt, the skin itself. Alright, so if you're a fan of the Volt Proto skin, you can pick that up for 165 plat individually. Now, I suggest a lot of you go ahead and try to give this one a little bit of a shot, because I'll be honest with you, when I first looked at it, wasn't super fond of it. Kind of like the Ember skin, I was like, how do I feel about this? Then I slapped on some of my own colors and it looked absolutely fantastic. Now, for only 60 plat more, you can get the Proto skin collection. I believe that none of these items are actually going to be available outside of the bundle. That tends to happen with a lot of the bundles. So if you're a collector, make sure you pick it up in the bundle. Don't just go ahead and pick it up individually, because you might kind of be pissed at the fact that you missed out on your chance to get the Syandana and the hammer skin, which I still don't believe looks like a hammer at all. Let's double triple check. Diode and cathode. Okay, let's look up diode and cathode just to make sure, because I don't believe you can purchase them individually. Diode. Oh, nope, see, it's only in the skin collection. Cathode, nope, only in the skin collection. So, just make sure that if you are at all even mildly interested in either one of these items, to make sure to go ahead and pick that up in the bundle, because that's the only way you're going to get them. And I know, like, for me, I know a lot of the times that you guys had kind of like messaged me a bunch saying, oh my god, how do you get that Hulta armor skin from the Loki set? I picked up the Loki Knave skin, but where do you get that Hulta set? It's all in the deluxe. So if you even have an inkling that you might want any of these items at all in the future, go ahead. It's only 60 plat more. Grab it. Make sure that you pick it up here, because you won't be able to pick it up ever again. Or not ever again. You'll be able to pick it up again, but you have to buy the bundle. Anyway, I'm rambling, so I'm going to let you guys go. Let me know how you guys feel about the Volt Proto skin, if you guys are enjoying it, if you guys have played around with it, and also let me know how you feel about the quality of life changes. I mean, I personally don't think that they're massive in any way, shape, or form, but maybe this will encourage you to play the little witchy man a little bit more often. Regardless, that about does it for me. So as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and touch your body. I'll chat with you guys next time. I gotta go make some dress to kills. Alright, bye!